To find the third quartile, the first thing we want to do is maybe interpret it in terms of a percentile so that we can use the cumulative relative frequency column to our advantage. Again, we know that there's 50 stats students and that this table represents how many hours each of those students reports that they sleep each night. To find the third quartile, let's first interpret that as the 75th percentile. We're looking for a line in the sand that separates the bottom 75% of data from the top 75% of data. Looking in our cumulative relative frequency column, we don't see a perfect 0.75. But what we can discern is that Q3 is larger than 7 because the row that contains all of the 7s only makes up a cumulative 52% of the data. So the 4s, the 5s, the 6s, the 7s in our data set make up 52% of the data. But if we move on down to the 8s, we see that that makes up a total of 80% of the data. So we know that Q3 has to live in the row with the data value 8, because Q3 has to have more than 52% of the data below it, but less than 80%. So Q3 has to be an 8.